Yeah.
Nice. Is that all right?
That's I hope so.
That's it, yeah. Fingers crossed.
Live from the Rove Hotel downtown Dubai, it is Tech Talk.
A lot of energy going on.
I walk in, I got a double espresso, which is in a coffee mug.
Yeah.
Like we're talking, it's not a
I
double.
went for the more relaxed latte feel. So, because I've already had a couple of meetings this morning, so I'm already on coffee buzz. But,
No, the problem is you go into a meeting, you're on a coffee buzz, and in the middle of the meeting you're doing
twitching.
Yeah, because you gotta go to the washroom.
Oh no, I'm not there yet, dude.
Okay.
I'm still a couple of years off.
Yeah, I'm there.
I'm still sleeping through. not getting woken up, stabbing pain in the night yet. That's to come. I got the aches and pains when I get up in the morning and kind of roll out. But there's a couple of things I'm still alright on.
There you go.
Saying that now I'm thinking about going to the toilet. I fancy, like in the podcast, I didn't even think about it. It's like cinema, right? If you go to the cinema and then
that's the worst thing,
halfway through, it's like, oh no, is it a good spot? Is it a bad spot?
You go to the cinema, they want to upsize you on the drink, and my first thing is, how long's the movie? It's 2 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah. You want to give me an ultra super big gulp. Yeah. I'm never going to make it through the movie.
I tell you, when we were in Vegas, we went and saw Chris Angel.
Yeah.
Mind Freak, right?
I love that guy.
So they are super strict in there. Like, you can't leave the auditorium. Yeah. You can't leave to go to the loo. You can't take a picture. You can't.
Do they give you a depend?
Yeah, exactly. But basically, you can't do any of that. So then it's not a panic of, well, I might need to go to the toilet. It's a panic of, I need a drink. But of course, being in Vegas, they sell these, I mean, no lie, like this of margarita, right? Yeah. So you're sitting there like this crazy, cup of margarita, and you think this is never going to last me. But by the end of it, you're like, well, it's pretty good. Like, I did pretty well at that. Managed to get all the way through. So
back from I was away.
Spain.
I was in España. So we were in Madrid and at the Fast Start 2019, which is the IBM global sales event where all of their sales teams come together. And do you know what the best-selling area, the biggest moneymaker in IBM when we talk about sales of computer stuff is? Do you know the area that's still racking it in, and it's old school?
Old school for IBM.
Yeah.
Servers?
The Z systems, those mainframe computers.
The big one. The big boys.
Yeah, the Z sellers are still the guys, the legacy guys. They're still working pretty hard on
cash.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was kind of cool. But what was neat is, so we're in Madrid, and first of all, it was a taxi strike because they were protesting for a week against the Uber guys.
Wow.
And so I'm talking to some folks and I'm saying, well, maybe I'll just take an Uber, and they're going, downtown? You're going to take an Uber downtown? That's where all the taxi guys are. Yeah. There's no Ubers going downtown. And you could, but do you want to chance it? And some folks I know did take an Uber. Right. And the Uber guy said, would you mind sitting in the front seat?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
I'd
sit in the front seat.
So we took public transport.
Yeah.
And did not get a phone plan.
Right.
But used Google Maps offline.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Yeah, good.
But I have one complaint for the Google guys.
Okay.
You use Google Maps?
Yes.
Everyone does.
Like
you get the little blue dot, right?
Of where you are.
Right.
Yeah.
And the direction you're going kind of has a headlight in the front. It kind of, if you look at it.
Yeah, it has.
And so I wondered, why wouldn't they put a little arrow on that blue dot? So you're going, because in my mind, that...
You mean for walking around?
Yeah.
When you're in...
Because in my mind, that array that comes off the front, that's kind of like a headlight shining the road, is kind of to me like a meteor, and it's the tail of the dot. And so I thought, that would be or at least offer me the opportunity to change the way that dot functions. Sure. But I got to say, made it everywhere. Offline maps, had all the key places I wanted to go, and it just worked. It really worked well. Yeah. And there's so many places you can get online, so I didn't really have an issue at all.
Sorry, people, I've just remembered that we're videoing this as well. And you've just seen me mouthing a few words because I was trying to catch something on here. That's the only problem. When we video this now, it's like previously we were able to get away with things like drinking coffee and then me kind of looking up some stuff while you're talking. Now it's there.
But it's the real world. People see how the show takes place because we're not editing any of that out. And it's real. It's reality.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. But so that was kind of cool. It was actually a really neat thing. And then
What else were you using? Because if you're offline, because you seem to be pretty active on social.
But that was when
you're in the event.
I got to the event. I was at
any public Wi-Fi around in restaurants and cafes.
Yes. There was public Wi-Fi everywhere.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. So it was great.
Yeah. So you're fully connected.
So it wasn't an issue. And then you're thinking, I need to be connected when I'm walking around. Why? Honestly, I'm not going to load up the images when I'm walking by things. I can do it later, and so that was pretty good. I was really happy.
Cool.
It was a lot of fun.
Any other kind of apps that you use besides the usual social suspects and Google?
No,
that's it. Yeah,
that's it. Boom. Well, then that sort of got me thinking. You pick up your phone and you look at how many apps you have.
Yeah.
How many do you really use?
No, totally.
And I looked at mine. I got 451 apps.
451.
I use 7.
Are you serious?
Yes.
451
apps, and I use 7.
Oh, that might be a record. It'd be nice to hear from people.
How many apps are on your?
What did you do? Did you count that one night?
I
was bored, dude.
The phone counted them for me. It told me I was doing something, and it came up with the number of apps, and I went, "You've got to be joking!"
I can't have that many.
I had a lot of screens, but I only use, and the only ones I use.
So what's the iPhone? It's 3? No,
4.
5 by how many?
5 by. This is
5
live.
by 6.
Yeah,
30.
5 by 6. So
there's 30, and I've only got 2 screens.
Oh, you see, but you got 2 phones. What's on the other phone?
Oh, that's the same thing. I've got one, so everything is on the home screen.
That phone's pretty beat up.
Look.
Yeah. Oh.
See, that's it. That's all I've got.
Yeah. Well, see, I only need 2 screens worth. The rest of them are garbage.
No, I don't. I'm trying to think of what. Yeah, but there's some apps like Netflix. I never use Netflix unless I'm traveling.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But it's there.
It's in an emergency.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just there. Like, I wouldn't bother unloading it, then loading it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I got to say, I was talking about social selling and using social media and creating videos on LinkedIn.
Nice.
Is what I was doing.
Okay.
And these guys and gals were super engaged.
Buzzed about it.
Yeah, they were really buzzed about it. They were, but there were some good questions. And I met up with someone after a session. We were catching a bus, and she said, she's from Denmark.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, somewhere. Actually, she was going back to. I don't remember where. It was cold.
It's okay. Don't worry. I'm not your wife. I'm not going to interrogate.
My wife was there.
I'm not going to.
No, my wife was there. Right behind me.
What I meant was, I'm not going to interrogate you about who or what this person was, because usually when you throw that out to your wife, it's like, this woman. Oh where? What's her name?
What time? How long were you talking? And her response was, because I was saying, you're creating a relationship through these videos, and it's not necessarily a direct sale, but this could be the tipping point or that piece of.
We'll get you as part of the conversation.
And it might humanize you, so you're not just the person trying to unload cloud software or cloud services. You're an actual real person. And anyway, so this woman, great question. She says, "How do you measure how this is going to help me sell anything?" And I thought that was really interesting from a sales perspective, because if you're hardcore sales, everything you do, it's got to be measurable. And if it's not, well, why am I doing it? And I said, it only cost you 30 seconds.
I mean, look, I think honestly, the fact is that you can get some results, but you've got to be able to know how to measure it and what you're measuring, right?
Right.
And also, by doing a video today and then expecting a sale tomorrow, it's never going to happen. The problem with the sales mentality that we found is it's very short. The focus is very short, because they obviously want sales every day.
Sure.
So
you've got goals you've got to meet on a weekly basis.
The time to invest. Sometimes the long play doesn't. I mean, it works. I think with IBM works a bit different, because obviously some of these sales are worth millions of dollars, so there's a longer burn on these. But the work that you do. I mean, articles that we've written, videos that we've done 4 or 5 years ago, are now still coming to fruition. Right. So it's not just about that immediate quick fix. It's valuable.
So it was kind of cool, because of course you got some folks who are a little bit resistant, but many folks were saying,
just ugly folks, right?
Many people were saying,
Face for radio folks.
Many people were saying, this is easy. This doesn't cost me anything. And so the big thing was, how do I activate? I said, look, most people were coming from somewhere where Friday is the last day of the week. I said, on your Friday, book in 15 minutes. Put together your little video, think about what you're going to do, and post it.
I think, but honestly speaking, I think there's a real challenge to video. I mean, you and I are fairly outgoing characters. We do a lot of these talks, but even when I have to do a piece to
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
This is comfortable because I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
If I have to
Do
do
it
a
yourself.
singular
Oh,
piece
yeah.
to camera,
Yeah.
it's rough. I mean, I do one.
Only because you don't do them, but
Yeah,
and that's what
totally.
I said.
No, I did one at inbound,
Yeah.
and it was.
It was
I think I recorded it 6 times.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
and that's
totally.
what I say to people.
Yeah.
I say you might do 6 takes
Yeah.
before you get the one you want. But how long does it take you to do 6 takes? If they're a minute or so, 6 minutes, you plan it
Yeah,
out.
it's
Boom.
great. I think Marcus Sheridan had a good thing on this, where he was saying, you get past that point of what do people think about my hair, my makeup, in your case, my eyebrows, whatever, and what they start to hone in on is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, that's the value.
Well,
it's not like we're going to do hair or beard. It's
I did point out to them that if you're going to make these videos, don't do the head-on shot. Turn sideways, turn your head, so at least for my own vanity, my neck looks better.
Yeah.
And comb your hair if you want to.
Yeah.
But I said people don't care.
Yeah, I can't do ones from down here. It's a weird shot. It's like all hair.
Well, that's what a lot of people do anyway. And then you've got the full beard going. But then you get with me, I do that. I get a triple chin.
Yeah. Well, I don't. To be fair, I don't know how many are under here. I mean, it's like there's probably a lot of them hiding under it. But that's you want to get a full beard. That's what you want to do.
Andrew and James talking tech, Podaholiks.
Well, no, we're not.
Well, we haven't got there yet. No, we're talking tech things.
That's it.
My mother-in-law just downloaded this podcast on the Podaholiks podcast.
Podaholiks,
on iTunes.
Nice.
She's going to be 80 this year, and she said,
cool.
I'm interested in hearing what you guys are talking about.
Really? Yeah.
Now she's going to hear this and go, yeah, I'm not that interested.
Yeah, not that interested.
I'm going to get a phone call. How do I get this off my iPad?
It might be better to do didn't we do a fireside chat one before?
Yeah. We had a fire
need to do one of those. No, we need to do random.
Look, we could put the fire on this.
Fire there. No, but like a random chat.
Yeah.
Not a tech talk or specific.
This really is random.
Yeah, it's pretty random. Tenuous link to tech. We were talking about apps.
Well, we got lots of
apps for like 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
You know? Yeah.
Facebook Mashable Videos has a fantastic article about tech myths.
Yeah, this is great.
The thing is, I started watching them going, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is they did. I guess they surveyed hundreds of people in the US. So we have to say US. And this is the myths that still persist today. So, I mean, some of them I kind of got. So, I don't know, 86% of people thought smartphone cameras with more pixels took better pictures.
And I think everyone thinks that, don't they?
I do.
I do too, but it's not true. That's the thing. That's it.
No, but I think that was the way it was sold to us.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, mine's 20 megapixels. What, you've only got 10 megapixels on the front camera?
Yeah.
How am I going to,
And ultimately the question you should be asking is not how many megapixels it is, how big's the sensor, and what's the quality of the sensor, what's the quality of the lenses, does it have, there's all these other things. The sensor is really the important part, not the megapixels.
Some of these things worried me in the sense that how do people cope in life? So that one I was okay with. The next one, which was 31%, think airport x-ray machines erase your laptop memory, right?
Yeah.
So it's mandatory now when you fly to put your laptop separately.
Yes.
And across the US, right?
Yeah, pretty much everywhere I go.
Everywhere you go. So I'm wondering who these 31% of people are who are like screaming at the airport going, no, you're going to erase everything off there. Like, I mean, I don't.
Well, and those are the people who end up putting their computer in their luggage and then it freezes the screen. And
do you reckon people do that?
Oh yeah, I know people who do that.
In their luggage?
Yeah, I know people who do that.
Are
absolutely.
you serious?
Yeah, I know people who've done that.
Oh,
I had a colleague who
Why
did that.
would you do that?
I had a colleague who did that.
Really?
And then he got it out and the thing had frozen.
No shit, right? I mean, it's just like, geez, that is nuts.
Yeah. So it does not erase your memory.
Yeah.
How about 17% thought you can only charge your phone when it hits 0 on the battery?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, how are these people walking around? How are they surviving every day? Because
But I'm wondering if in the early days of mobile phones, and charging devices that were using batteries, if there wasn't somewhere at some time, maybe those rechargeable AAAs or something, that you had to get it low to get the most optimized charge in.
I suppose so, but I mean, talk about. I mean, for me, this definitely feels like people that do not actually use their phone much. Right?
Yeah.
Because for those of us that use
my
their
phone's
phone,
always plugged in.
Exactly. Like, I mean, it's in the laptop, or it's in the car, or it's in the house, or most of the time it's plugged in, right? So it feels like this might be someone that uses their phone occasionally, and it sits on the side, and I mean, I know people that have these phones, and they basically never take them out. It's just like on the side. Oh yeah, no, I forgot I left my phone at home.
What about 52% believe charging your phone overnight can kill the battery?
Yeah.
It's like, what?
That reminds me of a joke that I can't tell on here, but remind me of it afterwards. And it's a nice joke, but yeah, I mean,
they're using in the charger they were using, and this is on Mashable, and you can see it on Mashable TV. You can get it on the Facebook show. The charger they're using is a Huawei supercharger because I've got one of those, and my phone, and I think anyone who's got a phone that's within the last 10 years. Built into those phones are the fact that it trickles at the last little bit. It just slows down the charging, and it'll turn off the charging. When it hits full charge, it turns it off.
Yeah, the intelligent USB cables, intelligent USB sockets switch off. I think that might more come from the fact that people are concerned about leaving electronics overnight. Maybe. I mean, I've definitely, I do. I go around and turn off all the electronics at night. Like the plug, like turn off everything.
Really?
Yeah, because
I never do that.
In some of the houses I've been here, they've had surges, and I've lost kind of TVs and stuff where it just surge.
I've never done that.
No, really?
No,
I turn off everything.
Every night?
Yeah, every night. Yeah, every night. In the kitchen.
Okay.
Yeah, every night.
Okay.
Yeah. Huh. That might just be OCD.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
No, it's just genuinely.
What's happened with the coffee timer? You got a drip coffee maker for Timmy Hortons or something?
No.
Okay, so it doesn't. Okay. No, I don't do that.
Really? Eh?
Yeah, there's another poll. We've got how many apps do you have on your phone?
There we go.
And who turns off all of their appliances?
I mean, that's sort of the fridge and stuff.
But you turn off the TV.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
the stereo.
Yeah, the stereo's not on. I don't have a stereo anymore, right? Alexa goes off, ding, all that kind of stuff.
Did you see the Amazon ad for the Super Bowl?
The Alexa one?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. I'm not talking to you.
I didn't want to put that in the notes actually, but Super Bowl this year was honestly just so boring, and it's horrible that the Patriots won.
What was the score? What was the score? I don't even know.
13-3. It was horrible.
That was it.
But
why is it horrible that the Patriots won? That's the seventh. Isn't that his Brady's seventh Super Bowl win?
Let's not talk about the Patriots winning. So, but
they're Boston, right?
But
Boston scrawled.
Yeah, Boston's amazing, but the Patriots not. So, but the interesting thing was that there's usually a lot of talk around the ads and stuff. And there's a whole load of stats on social and stuff. Yeah. There really wasn't this year. A lot of
the ads just not good?
The ads were
Pornhub's got some stats too. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
I didn't even know something called Pornhub existed. But then I thought I'm going to go check out their. I'm going to go check the stats. It wouldn't let me go there. I'm going, Pornhub. Exactly. Of course it won't.
It's blocked. But how
do you know that?
You told me. So I went on to I went and looked at the thing, and most of the talk was around Maroon 5's disastrous halftime show as well. So and literally, I mean, again, that was brutal as well.
So I missed the halftime show, but I did catch a country band that I know from Canada who posted up after Maroon 5's show. Yeah. They realized and talking about. Adam Levine, right? Saying that he kind of has a dad bod now or something. Yeah. And these guys said, that means whenever we go swim, we're going to keep a t-shirt on. And I had no idea what they're talking about. So now I got to go watch the Maroon 5 performance.
Yeah, he basically stripped off. I mean, it's like Atlanta in the middle of winter.
It's not hot
and
there.
He went, no, it's cold. And he took all his. So there was a whole big thing about his nipples being exposed, why Janet Jackson wasn't allowed, and anyway, a whole host of other things. But it was just interesting this year. There wasn't kind of previous years. There's been a standout ad or something like that, but it really wasn't. The only standout ad that was phenomenal was Microsoft. So
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, incredible! So basically, Microsoft have now built a gaming device.
Okay.
For kids and adults, I guess, as well, that just have disabilities, right? So, for guys, they had a kid on there, like, his hand was a bit smaller, and, for any kind of disability, they've got these pads now that you can interact, and it's fully interactive.
Okay.
So it was phenomenal. That was by far the best ad, an empowering ad as well from that side of things, but just... Yeah, to see these kind of kids now just fully interacting, right, on these gaming devices, and Microsoft actually thinking about this was phenomenal.
That's really cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I like the fun one. I like the Michael Bublé ad for Pepsi. Pepsi Bubbles.
Yeah, it's a new alcohol brand.
No.
Yeah, it's alcohol.
No.
There's booze in it.
No.
Yeah, there is. There's booze in
No,
public.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's like a spritzer. It's a
they're
housewife
selling it at
special.
the grocery store.
Not here. Yeah, it's just fine. In the States, you can buy booze in the grocery store.
It doesn't say that anyway. I don't know. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're not talking.
We can talk about it.
But anyway, the end of the ad, because he goes in, it's Buble, and then he's crossing out all of it and putting things in, and
pretty sure it's alcohol.
I don't know. Is there?
Yeah, Pepsi Man and Buble Sparkling. Oh no, hold on a minute.
I think
it's Waters.
I think
it's another one that they've just launched that's got alcohol in it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, there's another spritzer.
Right. So I just thought that was cool, Buble adding, and he's saying no, it's Buble.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like grapefruit, that's a flavour we just don't get over here, do we?
Yeah, and I'm not drinking anything
I like
grapefruit. I'm not doing that. I'm not going there. No.
Grapefruit's cool.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah. So we leaped over some of the things there, but yeah.
No, we're going back to the 17%. So we're going back to the myths.
Yeah.
17% of people think Macs can't get viruses. Who are those 17%?
No, but I think there still is people
it's still harder
that still believe it.
It's harder to get.
Have you got antivirus in your Mac?
Yeah.
I haven't. I'm serious.
Really?
Yeah, I remember this when I signed up.
Okay.
I was like, what have you got then?
I think I got Norton.
Have you?
Yeah.
You think you haven't? You got nothing on
it's
there.
It's hidden there somewhere. Yeah.
You haven't.
I think it's inside. Let's see. I had it.
Check with it.
You know what? Maybe I don't have it on this new version.
No.
Oh, I've got nothing either. I had it on my old one. Oh,
you want to go back to your IT boys and say,
hey guys, I'm flying naked here.
That's it. Flying low here. Jeez.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Dangerous, these two being so close with each other.
So close.
Exactly.
I got antivirus on this baby.
Yeah.
I got the Microsoft
do you have antivirus
Defender.
on your phone?
I got Knox. Yes.
Have you?
Yes. Yeah.
Sure. Should we check?
Yeah. Go ahead.
You seem pretty confident about your Mac.
I'm 100% sure.
I haven't.
You got nothing?
I got nothing on my iPhone. I got nothing on my Android.
Really?
Just balling it over. It's just.
Are you not worried?
Huh?
You're not worried at
all?
all?
No, I've got other stuff to worry about. I think it's. I'll tell you what it is.
So, but you know the other thing. This is part of when people say you got antivirus and all that on your computer. Everything I have lives in the cloud. I got a whole bunch of stuff living in Google, and let me tell you, those Google guys, they don't want anything infecting their servers. So I use a lot of what I do. I rely on
other people.
Dropbox, Google, those.
No, but I think the thing is, my mentality stems back to building computers and all that kind of stuff, going back 25 years or 25 years. And I think the mentality was then, virus was all about destroying your system. And then, it doesn't matter, I can rebuild it.
Yeah.
But the viruses of today is, I'll take hold of your PC and use it as a drone to just mass mail someone. So I think I think I've got to think about that differently actually.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, these are good. These tech myths are good because it's scaring me
on
some of these things.
Oh, I'm going to take our picture too. Let's get a photo.
Oh really? Right the way through. Just the lack of respect for our viewers is quite phenomenal. The lack of respect. I mean, pretty much. Why don't we just order some? Let's just get on Deliveroo and get an order in. Like, forget them. Just
pull up another chair and let the Deliveroo person join us.
Unbelievable.
Oh, what else do we have in these minutes?
30% of people believe a computer needs to be shut down every night to work properly.
So this is an interesting one because my computer, every now and then, not my Mac,
but
this PC wants to be shut down periodically
because it just goes.
And the other day, it's because I think, and a lot of people complain about the new Microsoft operating system because of this.
Right.
They throw out little updates all the time.
Yeah.
And so they want
you to shut down.
They make you shut down.
Yeah,
it's like okay, your computer's going to shut down.
Yeah, but I think that's going back as well. I mean, Macs, you could always just slide down the lid, whereas the old laptops or Microsoft, you always felt like you had to shut it down.
Yeah, I think.
But I mean, from back in the day when I had a mini tower and stuff, I always used to shut down that every night because it just got hot.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you keep it running overnight?
Well,
you don't need to.
That's
Especially because I used to chip it, so I used to be running super hot. So back in the day, yeah.
Hey, did you
chips, CPUs? Yeah.
That's back in the day. That's old days.
Yeah, it's old school. Yeah, I used to chip PCs all the time.
You ever thought of doing that again? Just making up your own game?
Building my own gaming device?
Building something that's awesome.
Funnily enough, when I was Kelly, shout out to Kelly, who is probably freezing his ass off at the moment.
Oh man,
it's brutal back there.
I was looking. So
it's cold.
It's warmed up just a little bit, but there was ice rain.
Yeah.
But I was looking at where my mother is right now out in Moose Jaw.
Yeah.
The highest temperature in the next 7 days is -21.
Yeah, that's brutal.
And it was -20.
Yeah, well, Kelly was worried about his satellite for the Super Bowl. Because it's like with the storm. I was like,
well, he's up in Halliburton.
Yeah.
So let's, of course.
He doesn't need reminding of this. I'm going to get a lot of grief. Like, he'll listen to this and then be like, yeah, thanks. Thanks for shouting it out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I will look at it later.
It's down there.
Yeah,
it's down.
It's cold.
Yeah. So a friend of mine in the UK as well, his son and Kelly's son wanted to look at a new gaming system. And funnily enough, I'm so far out of the loop now of, what to build, where to build. Is it cheaper to build it yourself? I spoke to my uncle, who still kind of builds out stuff. And
hold on. Kelly Jones, it's hot. -1, -14.
That's fine.
-7, -8. What's he complaining about?
It's fine.
In the next 7 days, it's only
sun there as well.
Yeah, it's sunny. Yeah. It's only be -10.
The lake's still frozen, but
it's hot. What's it there today?
He was up reffing.
It's 2 degrees.
What do you call it? Pond hockey.
Pond hockey. It's 2 degrees.
Warm.
Yeah, it's like he shouldn't be complaining at all. The guy's living the life. It's tropical.
Yeah, we need to stop now because I'm going to properly be getting abuse from him. But no, so far out of the loop.
Yeah, you didn't know.
That I didn't know.
Well, and this is the thing. If you're used to building your own stuff and then you've stopped doing it, we're talking 10 years ago. You were probably building these things.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
it's changed so much.
Yeah, I mean, you can still do it.
Yeah.
I mean, but I think a lot of people are building gaming machines and things like that now. It's kind of, that's where you really want to kind of build out those systems.
I thought the Raspberry Pi and all that kind of stuff was going to provoke people to start doing a little bit of their own building of things, and I don't think it has.
No, I think the kids are doing it as far as kind of building out little drawbridges and access control systems and all the other fun stuff you can do with Pi. But as far as someone building out a system, I mean, I
thought it was going to be a gateway, and you start doing that, and you say, you know what, I'm going to just build my own.
Well, one of the things that stopped me initially getting a Mac was the fact that I couldn't tinker with it.
Yeah.
I couldn't add in memory. I couldn't do this, but then I found out you could, and I was like, okay, cool. So my first Mac, I swapped out the hard drive for an SSD drive, and then I also upgraded the memory as well.
There you go.
So this one I haven't touched. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't even know how you get in this one. This new one.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
There's some
you
screws
can
there.
Yeah. But I wouldn't want to touch it, so I won't. No,
it's not worth it. Boston Dynamics. It's getting spooky.
Yeah, going from things that is
nice segue in
not
there.
reality. I mean, now this dynamic stuff is getting to a point that it's freaking me out a bit.
In 2010, I saw Boston Dynamics debuting some of this stuff at TED.
Yeah, okay.
And I thought, okay, this is kind of cool, and kind of interesting. But it was pretty basic.
Yeah.
I'm looking at what they've got now.
Yeah.
This is freaky.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the practical application of this from a cost perspective at the moment, or if anyone's actually doing it. But I mean, you've got the thing that freaked me out a bit. You've seen them running, jumping, and things like this, but now you've got them kind of doing menial tasks where it's kind of pulling, boxes up and lifting them. But the thing that really freaked me out was the parkour. Yeah, I mean, the balance on these things is crazy, right? As far as kind of doing this balancing and these kinds of things is nuts. I mean, I think if you just that's it. I mean, that looks like a dude running in a suit.
Yeah.
I mean, if we didn't know that Boston Dynamics weren't cheating,
so you want to go online, check out Wired.
Yeah.
Google in Boston Dynamics and take a look.
Have a look what they're doing. I mean, the parkour stuff they're doing genuinely looks like something out of iRobot.
Yeah.
Or Terminator.
And so just with gyros and all of the balancing, the robots have gone from here to here, leaps and bounds.
Yeah, completely.
In the last 5 years.
Yeah, but you wonder. So at this point, you wonder, what in the future? Because the thing was, it's almost like that. When I was a kid, it was all about robots, and in Japan, how robots are going to take over, and it's still massively popular. But AI seems to have leapt past that a bit. So there's not a physical. I mean, that's just done a backflip. I actually didn't realise that you could do a backflip.
I'd love to do a backflip.
But I was going to say, I can't. I'd like to see you do a backflip, but I'd like to film it. But so the thing is that
is Dr. Jen in town? Because I'm not doing any backflips until she's here, so I can get treatment.
Exactly. No, the thing is that with this, AI seems to have kind of taken it over. So I wonder what that practical application is for a kind of a robot. You know, I mean, a robot where it's got human characteristics, right, where it can pick things up and take it, I guess, just from a sheer load balancing or something like that, perhaps, you know, in logistics and things like that, possibly. I'm not sure, but I don't know. Yeah, for one of those things. So.
The other side, when we start talking about AI and bringing to life features and things, these self-lacing shoes, everyone is playing with that. Nike was doing it. Puma's all over it. And then I noticed in a whole other sort of vein, Google is playing around again with shoes, and they're saying, okay, we got self-lacing, we got all this. Now let's use shoes to collect that data that's going to help people with weight loss and all these other things. Put it in the shoes that you're wearing all the time. You don't need to have the wearable on your wrist. Put it right in your shoes, connects up to your phone, done ski. And I'm thinking, man, shoes suddenly are that big area. And we've had trackers and things in shoes.
Yeah, trackers have been around for a while. Nike
and now they seem to be coming back now. And the linkage seems to be not so much for fitness, but for health.
You got to wonder as well, though. I mean,
back to the self-lacing stuff.
But the price point on these things are interesting now, because I think, you know, with this previously, you kind of price point may have been an issue, but now where people are spending 2,500, 3,000, 4,000 dirhams on trainers like Yeezers and things like this, these things kind of suddenly become, you know, interesting.
Again, looking at the Puma, it runs off an app, so it's measuring your foot, it's giving you the perfect fit.
Yeah,
it's like, wow,
cool, right?
It is cool. I don't know.
Why don't you try these on in the shops?
Do they have them already here?
Yeah, I don't know actually. Well, somebody must have them here.
So I'd love to go try them on.
We've got the peppy, camouflage ones.
Do I want them? That's the question. Like,
I
mean, I want them because they're cool, but do I?
Yeah, I mean, I want them because of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically, you know, when anything that you see at that point, when you're that age, you want that, right?
Well, and you just watch it. The guy, so on the Puma ones,
swipe up
he swipes up and down on the sensor, and it laces it up. Yeah. It's set to your foot. The comfort level is there.
I wonder if in my mind. Sorry, lack of respect for the audience.
Is that the Deliveroo guy?
Deliveroo shirt just come down and tell up. Oh yeah. So no, I wonder.
I looked around. I thought maybe there's a pizza coming.
Would you rely on it? So I mean, I don't know if you're still running. Are you still running or not?
I'm just looking at what's going on with our recording here.
No, I was just seeing if you were running or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're running, would you trust these things?
Hold on just a sec. Let's just see what exactly is happening here with this. Something's going crazy. Okay, stuff is here. Okay, let's stop it. All right, back to it.
Back in?
Yeah.
No, so I was just saying.
So what I rely on
it?
Yeah. Well.
Because I mean, you've got to I mean, I never usually tie up my laces, right? I'm just walking around, lace free, and most of I think guys my age, actually low disc space. Look at that.
Yeah,
I've just got alert. Most of the guys my age, a lot of them won't lace up trainers. Right. But obviously, if you're working out and stuff like that, you're lacing them up and you're lacing up good and strong. Would you trust these on a marathon, for example? What did you do? The standard charter marathon?
I did it 2 years ago,
Yeah, so I mean, would you trust, the fact that these things aren't just going to, like, literally undo, during the kind of run?
I don't know. That's a good question.
And also, if you've got, like, the guys like Usain Bolt, or you've got these athletes, right? Yeah. In the future, are they going to rely on the fact that these trainers are actually going to work, from that side of things?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know. I'd like to try them out.
Yeah, I mean, just like the fact that things that we come to trust every day now, we trust. But I wonder if there's that kind of period of especially professional athletes, moving into this arena. Do they trust it? I mean, how many? I don't know. I mean, because the thing is, if just reminds me, like, testing various aspects of a trainer, so testing the air pocket and things like this, they can do it. But I wonder on the actual. Tightness of because these are all cables and they're cogs and they're wheels, and
if it gives way, you're done for.
Or I'm just thinking, like, you're playing, you're out there playing football and someone scrapes across, with the trainer, you pretty much, I mean, break the system.
That's a really good question. I'd like to know what the fail-safes are on it and give it a try. And at least with laces, you put a new set of laces in. Yeah. The only sole, the lace, it's tied up. You double knot it. Exactly. It's not going anywhere.
Funny thing is that now as well. I mean, you usually be able to get away with wearing trainers on a flight without taking them off at the airport. But with these things, you have to take them off.
Their battery, they got a lithium battery in them. You might get dinged.
Actually, that's true. Yeah, I wonder flying with them.
Ooh.
Yeah. You got to check your trainers, sir.
What? Yeah. What
have you got any trainers in your bag? I mean, they're asking that now, right?
Yeah. Ooh.
Here we go.
Big questions.
Opens up a whole load of new questions.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's good because the last 7 minutes, James has just been panicking and staring at the screen.
I'm looking at this computer because it says it's low on disk space, and I can't figure out why it's low on disk space.
Yeah. Didn't you say you got a YouPorn?
It said you can't go to. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway,
super low.
Yeah, super low. That could be a bad thing.
Yeah, no, that's not good. Low on disk space.
Yeah.
It's the operating system. It's obviously done an update for you and loaded up a load more data.
Yeah, and yeah.
Or you could have been like our friend Mr. Jatin, who was panicking because his new Mac was failing.
Yeah.
And he'd realised that he'd put the Google Drive on the desktop,
and
everything in his Google Drive was on his desktop as well.
Man.
So yeah, it just completely started failing, and he managed to find out what it was after about 45 minutes of panic.
Well, it could be absolutely that. There could be an issue with something.
Yeah, something with your Dropbox or something, or something being pulled down. Yeah, possibly.
We'll have to look in a minute and see and get it sorted out.
Yeah.
But anyway, there we go.
It's
that simple. It's that simple. Cool thing that I saw at B&H. What's that? Something coming off my phone.
Is that on your phone?
It's another podcast of us.
On your phone on there?
No, this is off this phone.
No, it's coming off of that. It's
not there. It's not going.
Is it recorded?
I don't know what it's doing.
I don't think we've been recording.
I think we're recording. Okay, we're pausing for a sec. Hold on. I'll put it all together. All right, let's do the last bit, then I'll figure out where this is all going.
Cool.
And all right, we're running into recording difficulties for this podcast.
TechTalk is running into tech difficulties.
Tech difficulties. So we're gonna put everything on pause. We're gonna catch up with you all again really soon.
Perfect.
Sorry.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, no worries.
Sweat's coming down, as you can see. Andrew Thomas, digitalnexa.com if you want to find him. James Pikeway, that's me.
Yep.
We record this at the Rove Hotel, downtown Dubai.
Yep, that's
Love it. And it's all up on Podaholiks. You want to get in touch with us, Podaholiks with a K at gmail.com.
Yep.
Use the socials. Send us your questions, queries, comments.
How many apps have you got on your phone?
Yeah. And what else? We wanted to know something else.
Can't remember.
I don't know. We don't know.
All right.
We'll talk to you really soon. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.